Hey, Guy Cochran, nice to see you here. Hey, you guys, Mark Horner here, Beyond 90 Seconds. Great to see you, Guy Cochran, Kit Harvey. Hockey Rules is here. So there's a lot going on. A lot of people, I should say, anyway, here on First Street in Snohomish. I think as the result of, in large part, some rumors that were out there today that said, again, rumors that Antifa or some other demonstrators might arrive here today. What I do see here, and I've just arrived on this First Street corner. Hang on a second, let me turn the camera around. Is on this corner, I see some, just a small group of people with Black Lives Matters signage. I was told one of the gentlemen in green was preventing some traffic from going through at one point, and police were speaking to him a moment ago. But it seems pretty cool. Police have left that particular block. There is a lot going on further this direction. We'll go there in just a moment. Hi, Dayron. My gimbal's not playing nice. I apologize for that. Let me try and balance this a little bit better. Just a moment. Hey, Mark Beamish, nice to see you here. Sorry about the camera work there. I had to adjust the gimbal. I did make it, my friend Dayron. So let's go for a walk and see what's going on up here. There are more people up in this direction. Kind of a mood of, reacting to the rumors that some people who might want to do some looting perhaps would show up here. And folks saying, not in our town. No looting going on to my knowledge. I think folks just want to keep it that way. There were some wild rumors on the internet this afternoon that Antifa might show up here. Nothing like that, though. See some people who are armed. Many people who are armed. Again, the total vibe of not in our town. And I don't think that means that they're not welcoming people who want to demonstrate an opinion of Black Lives Matter. I think it's the subgroups that have infiltrated other high-profile protests and demonstrations that have kind of taken them over. Liberty or death was on that sign. So we're gonna walk the main drag here. I think I'm gonna get out of the main road. I think a lot of what you're seeing here is a reaction to several days in a row of watching what's going on in the national news in other cities, much larger cities. And once a rumor gets out there that some of that may be coming here in terms of the violent protests where there have been some widespread looting, folks don't want to see break-ins occur on their local businesses here. And so there's a feeling here of a lot of people coming together just to make sure that there is no looting. Getting some wild rumors out there that Antifa would come to Snohomish, which to many people seems highly unlikely. And just that, nothing but rumor. So got some cool bikes here. So that's this side of the street. We'll walk back on the other side of the street. Question is, where are the masks? Thank you, Guy Cochran. Thank you, Norma. Norma Jean. Supposed to go to training for it, and I was happy. I know I'm not giving you guys my normal verbose narration on one of my scopes, but this is one where I think in large part the pictures tell the story. I've worked with Guys, do you mind if I ask you? I'm just an independent person. I'm not with the media, but could I ask? Do you mind if I ask you on camera? I'm on Twitter right now. If I ask you why you're out here tonight, what this is all about?
So, Seattle having a chaos last night and the night before. They're saying that they want to hit the world cities like Snohomish, Arlington, all that stuff. So that's why everybody just kind of, start coming here and kind of like a wildfire just coming here. So
yeah. Were you guys hearing any of the rumors this afternoon that people might be coming this way, like Antifa? That's why folks are here. Right.
We just don't want to see our town burnt down.
You don't want to see your town burned. I live in Snohomish too.
It's nothing against the cause, at least for me personally. It's nothing against the cause. I just don't want our town being burned down.
Gotcha.
This is our home. This is our community. This is, we know the people that own these businesses. It's
right. That's kind of the way I've been painting the picture as I talk live on Twitter, is that people here aren't opposed to the Black Lives Matters per se and that type of demonstration, but they are definitely opposed to having businesses broken into, and they're basically showing up to say, not in our town. And that's what this feels like. Are you guys pretty impressed with the turnout?
Yeah, I was here since 6:30, and there's like 10 of us, and now that, as you see, there's at least a good 100 plus people. Plus you got, the SWAT, police, National Guard here too now, so it's like...
Have you guys seen the National Guard?
I heard that they're out Harvey Field. So.
Oh, okay. I'll check out Harvey Field on the way out. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Take care. Thank you. You too. So when I first arrived, I speculated that this is in large part the result of concerns that looters might come this way. And they don't want to see that, not in our town. And those two gentlemen at least confirm that. Let's see what this fuss is about. Tell you one thing, it's the biggest crowd I've been around in for a few months, given that we're living in a pandemic. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
All right, thank you. Hey, another person wearing a mask. I think that's the second person besides myself I've seen wearing a mask out here today. We're going to go over by the river.
I got called a Nazi over there.
Guy just walked by saying he got called a Nazi. And this is where we started our scope tonight, looking at this corner where there is a small group here as well. Police were here when I arrived because apparently one guy wasn't letting traffic pass through, but that's long since blown over. It was just something very minor, nothing big at all. But that sign does say Black Lives Matter. This is Snohomish, Washington. So it's a bit quieter here than the ruckus just up the road. I'm going to step off the road just a little bit and just kind of give you a little bit of a recap. Okay, I'm away from people now. I can take off the mask for just a moment. I missed some of your comments towards the end. Sarah SM Key says, thanks, Mark, you're most welcome. Bo's mom clarifies there is no National Guard armory in town. Snohomish boys don't play around. Antifa would get clapped. Well, I tell you what, I think, folks here would welcome, various points of view in large part. Certainly, tolerant of Black Lives Matter and that message, I think that hits everybody pretty much, most people. One of the things they won't tolerate perhaps is with as much endurance as they do in Seattle and perhaps Bellevue, is the looting. I think that people here, should something like that come here, the threshold for standing by and doing nothing or walking away would be a far shorter fuse. Are we looting? No. There is no looting going on, at least on First Street here in Snohomish. And there's someone, a young man, I saw him getting his saxophone out of the case. Perhaps you can hear it. He's playing the Star Spangled Banner on his saxophone just above me along First Street. So I seem like a Biden reporter. Well, I'll like to keep you guessing, because honestly, what I like to be is I would like to be a window to a story and let others tell you what they feel, and let you draw your own conclusions. And what you've seen here are a lot of American flags, and what you've seen here are some Trump banners. What you've seen here are some firearms, no doubt about that. And if you think that I'm a Biden reporter, it must mean that I'm somewhere in the middle there along the way. As a reporter, and I'm not acting as a reporter right now for the news agency, although I did do it for 20 years, I think that you always strive for fairness and objectivity. There's a line there, and you'll never reach it, but you should be mindful of that. So, for example, if you're outside the White House and you're interviewing somebody who's very upset, along with others, like there was a Fox reporter doing the other night, you probably shouldn't ask that person or challenge that person on his point of view, because that person might feel minimized, marginalized, or even further angered or frustrated. So therefore, that would have been a great opportunity to be a window of a story to allow individuals to express their point of view from that location. And hopefully you work for an organization, if you're in journalism, that provides all the points of view. And there aren't just two sides of an issue, there are often more. And let people draw their own informed conclusions. At least that's the way I see it. It's probably old school these days. You don't hear as much about that, but that's the way it used to be done. And people strove for it anyway. Do you think if a peaceful protest were to begin right where the white people with the weapons, do you think a peaceful... right where the white people with the weapons are. Um, I can't say I would know what would happen. I would hope that there would be no confrontations. Protecting our community from violence and supporting doesn't mean we don't support the cause. Exactly. Well said. Thank you, Kit. I believe that's Tammy. Liberals in general aren't much different from than Republicans, to be fair. Nazis are not welcome. Well, it's hard to do a scope like this, and not have politics involved, right? Um, well, I oftentimes do sunsets, landscapes, wildlife scopes, and some here and there breaking news. This is not the norm for my scopes, but I don't want to ignore it. This is what's going on in my backyard, and I wanted to share it with you. So we just took a walk right along First Street, and we doubled back once we got to the end of where the people are all crowded and gathered. And we showed you what it's like to be on First Street in Snohomish. I know there were a lot of rumors out there, and the rumor basically that had gone out in social media, which seems to have no validity to it. The rumor had been that Antifa was going to be headed this way. Why Snohomish, little old town of Snohomish? I have no idea why that rumor would point to this town. However, it was enough to provoke a turnout here. A lot of people um, along the streets of downtown Snohomish, making sure that there wouldn't be any looting. And I think that is what the aim, very apropos word here for Snohomish tonight, what the aim was here this evening. And Kit, you're most welcome. And you just want to say, although the chat will become devices, you seem very nice. Thank you for this. You're most welcome, Comrade Evergreen. Nice to have you here. And I want to thank all of you for joining the scope tonight. I'll go up near our saxophone player. Let me just turn the camera around. It is what it is, and I hope to be a window to it. Nicely done. You are welcome. And with that, my friends, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for checking out the broadcast tonight here on Periscope. Be good, be safe, take care, and thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful evening or day wherever you might be. Take care, everybody.